Sometimes just existing can be exhausting. With all the overdue tasks, unfinished projects and never-ending to-do lists, it feels like there's not enough time in the day, but actually, all you need is just a better way to manage everything. You just need a simple and adaptable Notion dashboard that's enjoyable and easy to use and can save you an extra 10 hours every week. This video will be a walkthrough of my updated LifeOS dashboard with timestamps below so you can skip around to a specific section. As always, the link will be in the description below, and with that out of the way, let's get started. This LifeOS dashboard comes in 5 different themes that works for both light and dark mode. It has a section for quickly creating new database entries. You can track your daily habits and visualize your progress throughout the month. You're able to manage your projects and tasks where each project can contain multiple tasks with a progress bar updating the total progress and your tasks being displayed on the calendar at the bottom. And then on the calendar, you're able to plan out your day, week and month ahead so you can stop prioritizing your schedule and start scheduling your priorities. Then on the left, you have a simple clock widget, a button widget taking you to your most used websites, a quick note section that syncs with your phone, and then lastly a section with all your different life areas where you can manage all your individual Notion pages and templates. You'll see this dashboard includes a CRM, a finance tracker, a goal tracker, fitness planner, meal planner, a bullet journal, notebook, bookshelf and the quick notes page for your phone. Before we dive into all of these templates, let me first show you how to use and adapt the Notion dashboard itself. Let's start with the quick create section. Using the new Notion buttons, we can simply click on the first 2 buttons to instantly create and open up a new project or task. We can use the third button to add a new daily journal entry, which we'll get to later. We got the buttons for quickly adding new income or expenses that will also open up the finance tracker itself. And then lastly, we got the button that will reschedule all of our overdue and uncompleted tasks to today. Underneath the quick create section, you have your habit tracker where you can use the buttons to quickly check off your daily habits, which you'll see update here at the bottom on our calendar with their progress being visualized on the graph. To set up this line graph, simply go to Notion to Charts and sign up, link your Notion account and select your habit tracker database. Create a new line chart, select your habit tracker database, make the x-axis the date property and the y-axis the progress bar. Once your chart has been created, you'll be able to change the settings such as hiding the title, changing the color, and changing the chart grouping. I'd recommend to group the database to the day and also to sort the chart according to the date property. After making all the necessary changes, copy the link in the top right, paste it into Notion as an embed, drag your chart over the placeholder, resize it, turn on dark mode, and then just delete the placeholder. Now as you complete your habits, your chart will update and show your progress throughout the month. If we scroll down to the actual habit tracker on the calendar, you'll see we can also just check off the habits with these checkboxes, see the progress bar, and open up the database entry to access the bullet journal. This quick 1-minute bullet journal has a morning and evening section which you can fill out to set your daily intention, goals, accomplishments, and practice gratitude. I've also included the original habit tracker that was a part of this dashboard before I updated it, which you can find inside the library area in case you prefer using that habit tracker. All you need to do is just drag that page onto your dashboard and turn it into a callout box. It's super simple. You have your different routines with habits inside and a checkbox for each day, as well as a progress bar that you can update to track the progress of your completed habits throughout the year. And to quickly deselect the checkboxes, just go into the second view, deselect the checkbox, drag the circle at the bottom of the cell to duplicate the value, or just click copy and while holding in shift, highlight all of the checkboxes and click paste. Moving on, we have the project and task management system. When you create a new project, you can select one of the template buttons to load an icon, and if you want to create your own, then simply click on new template. For the project, we have a progress bar and a date property for setting deadlines, which will show up on the calendar at the bottom. Now, if we create a new task, we can use a template button to add an icon, and we can link the task to our project, which will give our project a progress bar that will update as we complete the project's tasks. As you can see, the date property is already filled out because we created a new task under the today view, and on the calendar you'll see it show up under today. You can also quickly create new tasks by just double clicking on a specific day. On the tasks database, we also have a view for all our tasks after today, our tasks grouped by their project, and all our completed tasks. And just a quick tip, if you have recurring tasks for specific projects, like for example a new YouTube video, you can edit the project's template button and add an icon inside with all the tasks you need to complete for that project. Here you want to select the dynamic this page option for the relation property to automatically relate the task to that project. So each time you create a new YouTube video, you can just click on the button and it will load all of your default tasks that you need to complete for that video. Let's now cover the left hand side of the dashboard, starting with the widgets. Both this clock and button widget can be created through Indify.co. Simply sign up to Indify.co and create a new clock widget. Turn on dark mode, change your time zone, play around with the different settings, and then when you're done, just copy the link at the bottom, go back to your dashboard, click on the placeholder widgets menu, click on the replace, and then just paste in your link. And for the button widget, it's pretty much the same process, just different settings. The first thing you want to do is obviously turn on dark mode, and then for your button you want to add a name, the link for your button, and an icon. Now you used to be able to use companies as the button icons, like the ones on the dashboard, but for some reason they removed that option, so you'll just need to make use of the normal emojis until Notion hopefully adds an external linking option to the native Notion buttons. To get an outline around your button, simply click on your theme color, go to advanced colors, and if you're using dark mode, then make the background color 191919, which is the hex code for Notion's dark mode, and then make the text white. And if you're using light mode, then obviously just switch these around. And once you're happy with how the button looks, you can click on the button menu and click copy to duplicate another one. After adding all of your buttons, you want to scroll down and make the corners round, and once everything is done, you want to copy your button link and again just replace the placeholder widget with a new link. Next up we have the quick notes section, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's a section where you can quickly add notes. However, this quick notes section is a synced block and is synced to the phone notes page, which can be found under library. On your phone you want to add a Notion widget to this page so that when you're on the go, you can quickly pull up this page, click the button to add a new note, and then later when you're at your computer again, you can organize this note into a task, project, or whatever you want. I've also added a button for quickly logging an expense while you're out and about. Now let's move on to the area section. If you want to add a new area, then just click add group at the bottom, or just go into the backend toggle at the bottom of the dashboard and make changes inside the area groups database. Inside each of these areas, we have a couple of templates, so let's start at the top with the CRM and then go through them one by one. The first template is a simple CRM where you can manage your client and their projects and meetings. You have a pipeline where you can change the status of your client and add useful information inside. You have a meetings database where you can manage your meetings and add the link to the meeting, link it to a client, add notes underneath, and add a reminder to get a notification on your phone. Then you have your client's projects where each project is linked to a client and can have multiple tasks inside, updating the project's progress bar as you complete them. And then on the right you have your calendar with a view for your tasks, a view for your projects, as well as a view for your meetings. Next up we have the finance tracker. I already have a full video about this finance tracker that will be more in depth than the quick walkthrough I'll be doing in this video, so be sure to check that out. At the top you have an overview section showing the total income, expenses and profit, with a line chart showing your monthly profit throughout the year. Then we have the finance tracker. Before you can start using it, you first need to go into the template buttons and connect the overview relation property with your summary database entries so it can update automatically. When that's done, you can go ahead and use the finance tracker where you can quickly add new income or expenses under the today views. You can add in the amount, the income or expense source, as well as link it to a bank account. You also have two views showing the total income and expenses for each month, as well as a view with both the income and expenses showing the total profit for each month. Underneath we have our bank accounts, which will automatically update the bank balance as you add new income or expenses, and if you click inside you can set the starting amount, which is the amount that you currently have in that bank account. And at the very bottom of the dashboard you have your different income and expense sources showing the total amount for each. Then we have our subscription tracker. You can create a new subscription, give it an icon, add a bank account, add the amount and billing type, which will update the monthly and yearly formulas at the bottom. You can select the type of subscription, and then lastly also the renewal date. Then on the right you have your subscription calendar where you can see when your subscriptions are due, and once your subscription is paid, you just want to move the renewal date ahead with 1 month and manually add it as an expense to your finance tracker. And then lastly, this calendar also has a view showing all of your income and expenses. Moving on to the personal area, our first page is the objectives and key results goal tracker. At the top you have your 4 pillars of goal setting where you can add in a yearly goal for each, and then on the left you have your vision board where you can include images of what you're working towards. Then underneath you have your different objectives for each quarter. Each objective is tied to one of the 4 pillars, and each objective is able to have multiple key results. These key results have a progress bar that will update according to the current and goal number properties, and both of these views will also show the total percentage completed for each of them. Next up is the fitness planner. At the top you have your workout plans, where you can click the drop down next to new and duplicate the default workout template to create a new weekly workout. Inside of this template you'll see you have 4 groups for the first 4 days of the week, which you can rename if you want, and also add more by just clicking add group at the bottom. Inside the groups you can build out your workout, where you can add in the order number and select one of your exercises, which will also display the total sets and reps for each exercise. After you've created your workout, you can now use that template button to load all of your exercises, as well as log the weights lifted for each of them. You can also give your workout plan a date, which will make it show up on your calendar, allowing you to plan out your workouts in advance. If we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see an exercise and muscle group page. Inside of exercises, you can add in all of your different exercises that you'll be using throughout your workouts and group them according to their muscle group. These are the exercises that you select from when you're building out your workout plan. This fitness planner also has an area where you can include your Spotify workout playlist, and it also contains a progress tracker. For the progress tracker, you can add in a day, the date, and upload a progress picture. This first view is for tracking your weight. On the right, you have a progress bar that will update based on your starting weight, target weight, and current weight. And this will work for both weight gain as well as weight loss, and also both for kilograms and pounds. You basically just add in your weight goal, your starting weight, and then each week you just add a new database entry and add in your current weight to update the progress bar. The second view is where you can add in all of your individual body measurements, like your height, body fat, muscle mass, and measurements for each muscle group. Then you have a gallery view showing your progress pics and weight progress bar, and lastly a calendar view showing your weight progress. The next template is a meal planner. Here you have a shopping list page that you can add as a widget on your phone for when you need to add items to your shopping list and see what you need to buy when you're at the store. Then you have the recipes database, where you can group them according to their meal type, and inside you can include the recipe itself, as well as the amount of calories, protein, carbs, and fats. Then underneath you have an area to track your macros, where you can add a new day, select the meals you had for that day, and then you'll see all of your macros automatically pulled from that recipe. You'll also see a progress bar for the calories and proteins, so you can set the daily target for both by just editing the property and changing the number. The macro tracker also has a calendar view, as well as a view grouped according to the month, showing the averages of each. Then at the bottom you have an ingredients database, where you can manage all of your ingredients and link them to your recipes, which will show up as their own section inside of the recipe, so you can quickly see if you have that necessary ingredient available or not. And then the last page in the personal section is just the bullet journal and habit tracker, which is the same as the one on the dashboard. Moving on to our last 2 pages, we have the notebook, which is just for organizing notes, where each notebook can contain multiple notes, where you can include pretty much anything you want inside. Super straightforward, but really useful. And then lastly, we have the bookshelf, where you can organize the books that you're currently reading or still want to read. You can add in your current page number and the total pages to update the progress bar. You can add in the book summary inside of the page itself, and you can also link the book to a specific genre and author. And there you go. Now you know how to use Notion to manage your life with style. Feel free to grab this LifeOS dashboard through the first link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.